Why do children avoid raising their hands in class? Why do they avoid starting a conversation? Why do they avoid doing something new, especially in front of others? They worry because they have doubts about themselves and their abilities. But from where does self-doubt comes from? Why do we adults and our children sometimes lose faith in our abilities and in ourselves? Before I share the reasons why some kids and adults experience self-doubt, let me welcome you to Grow Resilience in Kids. My name is Anna and I help children learn how to believe in themselves, how to move through fear and step outside their comfort zone and do all the things that makes them happy and reach their fullest potential. Now, what is self-doubt? Self-doubt, it is a feeling of not being sure regarding one or more aspects of oneself, such as confidence. Self-doubt can be painful in some cases because it affects our performance, and not just our performance, our children as well. When children doubt themselves, they will find ways to sabotage themselves. And by doing this will stop them from experiencing new things, and it will stop them from building their confidence, from being successful. Now, everyone experiences these feelings of doubting themselves or their abilities. And I'm sure that everyone has experienced at least one moment of insecurity. Well, children experience the same things and the same feelings like us adults. They worry that other kids won't like them. Or what if they won't remember everything for the test? Or what if they will make a mistake and the teacher starts to think that he's not smart, and many more. I personally, as a child and an adult, I used to worry a lot of what others will say or think about me. I used to, as a child, I used to doubt myself. I used to doubt my abilities, especially in school, because I always felt incapable of doing better, especially in maths. And this made me feel so worried and stressed when I had a test. And because of my doubts about myself and my abilities, started from an early age in my childhood, I know now that it is very important to help children believe more in themselves, be more resilient, starting from an early age. In order to help children remove doubt about themselves and their abilities, first we must understand from where doubts come from. Doubts could come from past experiences, poor past experiences. And this is one of the most common reasons kids start to doubt themselves. So for example, if a child tries something in the past and he didn't get quick results or the results he wanted, of course he starts to doubt himself and his abilities, and probably he will give up. This is one of the ways that children start to create negative beliefs about themselves, their abilities, and this will stop them trusting themselves. Another reason why children doubt themselves could be because they were put down by others when they tried something and failed. And because their confidence wasn't high, of course, they start to feel bad, and also they start to have doubts. So if a child was criticized in the past, this can make the child doubt his abilities. And every time when the child tries something new or wants to try something new, he will always have the fear of being criticized like before. This is one of the reasons why we need to help children become more resilient and believe in themselves. Another reason why children experience self-doubt is when they have no experience at all. The lack of experience can 100% make a child feel not good enough and have doubts regarding his abilities. Just think, what makes a child believe in himself and his abilities? Trying a lot of things that he never did before until he succeeds. And by never doing things, of course, children will start to doubt themselves. It is very hard to stop doubting your abilities, especially when you have to do new things. But this doesn't mean we can't prevent doubts from affecting our children's performance and success. That's why I'm going to share with you some ideas on how you can help children when they doubt themselves. The first idea is to teach children about self-talk. First off, you can help children notice the way they talk to themselves. Everyone has a little voice inside their head that talks to them all day long. And most of us are unaware of what exactly it says. So when you hear children saying negative things towards themselves, like, I can't do it, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm ugly, nobody likes me, help them notice the way they think about themselves and how they talk to themselves. Help them notice if it is empowering or disempowering the way they talk to themselves. It's constructive or it's not. Then explain how negative self-talk, the things that they say to themselves, will make them doubt themselves and their abilities. So you can say something like, when you say I can do it, or I'm not good at this, or I'm not very smart, can you please tell me if it helps you, it's motivating you? Or is the other way around? You start to feel not good enough, incompetent. So in the same time, after what you have this conversation, teach children that in order to feel more confident, to stop doubting themselves or worry, what they should do is to change the way they talk to themselves, to send empowering messages. So you can say, rather than telling yourself, I'm not good at this, ask yourself, how can I get better at this? Explain that when you ask questions like, how can I get better at this? You put your brain to work to find solutions to help you improve. Explain that when they start to replace this negative self-talk with positive self-talk, they will feel more positive and they will have more positive results. Another way is to teach children about emotions, not just teach. Let children express, share, talk about their emotions. And when they do share their emotions or express their emotions, avoid criticizing them. And don't try to prove that you are right or convince them that they are wrong. So by doing this, if you criticize the child, then he will start to believe that he's wrong. And of course, later he will doubt himself. That's why one of the ways to help children believe in themselves is to notice and focus on the positive things, brave things they do, and praise them. In order to let children express their emotions and talk about their emotions, you have to have a secure attachment relationship with the child. Another way to help children when they doubt themselves is to ask them to look at their past. Ask them if they can't remember a moment when they were doubting themselves, or where they were afraid, or they were worried about something, and the things they worried never happened. Then try to explain that all those negative thoughts, all those worries came from their mind. They created them. And then explain that Sometimes we have doubts, but when you look on back in the past, you will see that the things you worried never happened the most of the time, and actually things were going well. Also, it is very important if you could explain to children the connection between thoughts, feelings, and action. Explain that if they create worry thoughts, will keep them away from experiencing new things, will keep them in their comfort zone. Another way to help children is to tell them to talk with someone. Tell them that when they have doubts, worries, a good idea is to talk with someone. And of course, you can say, I'm always here to listen and to help you. Explain that talking with someone when they worry or when they have doubt will help them see things from a different way, a more positive one, and not some exaggerated thoughts. Talking with someone will help them see the good side, will help them see the light. Another idea in order to help children in order to feel more confident and have less doubts is to explain them the danger of comparison. Explain about the danger of comparison, because a lot of kids doubt their abilities because they compare to others. Try to explain that when they compare themselves to others will make them feel less than others. And teach them that instead of focusing on others, they should focus on themselves and forget what others are doing or what others are good at. You can ask, how do you feel when you compare with others? How it makes you feel? And they will say sad. So can you see how this affects you? When we look at others' success, it makes us feel discouraged, and there are a lot of chances to stop from growing, from succeeding. These are my ideas on how to help children when they doubt themselves, when they have worries. I hope you like these ideas, and if you like them and you would like to have them on a piece of paper, you can download them. I will put a link after what I finish. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.